If you took a cruise with 23 of your best friends and 11 of you came back with COVID, that would be a problem, right? Well, we'll tell you the tale of exactly what happened down in New Orleans. A new study from US News and World Reports finds that most people are ready to get back to cruising. Carnival Cruise Lines has raised well over $250,000 for a wonderful charity. A well-known cruise line has canceled their 2022 World Cruise sailing. Just prior to the pandemic, MSC unveiled their beautiful private island, Ocean Key Marine Reserve, and we're going to give you an update on their coral reef program out at the island. Plus, we announced this week's Cruise Swag giveaway winner. All this coming up on Midships. Hey, welcome to the Midships YouTube channel. I'm your Captain Corey. Thank you so much for stopping by our channel today. And before we get started on today's cruise news, I have to give a huge, enormous thank you to each and every one of you who has subscribed to the Midships channel over the past few months. I woke up this morning to see that our community now has over 5,000 members, and I couldn't have done it without each and every one of you. Thank you all so very much. And because of all your support and all of your hard work, I'm going to drop a little bit of a surprise for you in one of my upcoming Midships episodes, so stay tuned. Now, as a reminder, at the end of today's episode, we will be choosing the winner of this week's Cruise Swag giveaway. Prizes for this week's giveaway includes your choice of color in the passport holder with COVID card insert and your choice of cruise line specific PVC luggage tag holders. Now, if you'd like to see more of the Cruise Swag that we give away here on the channel, there are Amazon affiliate links in the description below. And even if you don't buy anything, simply clicking on the link does help the channel just a little bit. Now, I want to kick off today's cruise news with a feel-good story about Carnival Cruise Lines and some of their charitable work that they've been doing since the resumption of cruising. From cruiseindustrynews.com, Carnival has raised $295,000 for St. Jude Children's Hospital in just 3 months. This was announced by the cruise line's brand ambassador, John Heald, in a Facebook post. John says, "We want to say a huge thank you to all of you for the incredible generosity you show every time you cruise. Hopefully, truly hopefully, this will help this incomparable organization continue to care for those who need it most and eventually help find a cure for childhood cancer." St. Jude Children's Research Hospital is a treatment and research facility in Memphis, Tennessee, focused on eradicating childhood cancer and other life-threatening diseases. It is one of Carnival's largest charitable partners. And if you've ever been aboard a Carnival cruise, you have likely seen the Groove for St. Jude charity dance party that they have up on the Lido deck. And if you're not familiar with it, just bring a little bit of extra money. You buy a wonderful shirt and the donations go straight to St. Jude. And while we're talking about feel-good stories, we have even more of those coming your way. Thank goodness it's Friday, right? So we're going to talk about a new US News and World Reports poll that was just released. And to do that, let's read an article from TravelPulse.com by Donald Wood. New study finds travelers are ready to cruise. US News and World Reports revealed new data taking an in-depth look into traveler sentiment about the cruise industry. Announced during the Sea Trade Global Conference, the study found that despite a rise in confirmed coronavirus cases, travelers are ready to get back to sea, with almost 25% of survey respondents saying that they had already booked a future cruise voyage. The survey also found that more than 80% of past cruisers say vaccine requirements are important to them, while just 9% are against vaccine policies. First-time cruisers are excited to get on the water. Additionally, first-time cruisers are excited to get on the water post-vaccine, with the total number of people who have never cruised before but are interested in cruising sitting at around 61%. And I tell you what, I can totally believe that number just based on so many of the comments that I see you guys and gals posting on my videos saying, hey, I'm a first-time cruiser, I'm going on this line or that line. I can't wait. Could you tell me a little bit more about cruising and about experiences? I'm listening to you guys. I am going to be working on a bunch of first-time cruiser information in the coming couple of weeks. It's all coming out to you. As well as in about the next 12 to 24 hours, you're going to see a video drop on exactly how to take the Abbott Binax Now home COVID test before your cruise. Let's get back into this article. The news is great today. While the study results were overwhelmingly positive, some longtime cruisers revealed that they won't be returning to the seas. 4% of prior cruisers said they will never sail again, while 14% of respondents who were never on a cruise said they would never sail at all. Due to stringent government requirements and rigorous health and safety protocols, the cruise industry has emerged as an especially safe way to travel at this time, according to Travel Pulse cruise expert Teresa Norton. And I'd like to reach out to those of you who are discouraged about taking a cruise, or if you're in this group of people that says, I'm never going to cruise again, that's just not for me, I would encourage you to just open up to the possibility of getting back on board of one of these ships. There's so many things for you to do and see just on board the ship, and compared to any other vacation you're going to take, where would you find a safer bubble right now to take your trip? I'd urge you to just hold off a little bit longer before you say you'll never cruise again, because who knows what the next 6 months will bring in regards to the mask mandates, to the vaccine mandates, as well as other policies that will surely evolve on board cruise ships as time passes. Okay, we're going to take a quick 20-second pause from the cruise news to bring you a story out of South Florida that I just could not sit on. From the Orlando Sentinel, Iguanas Popping Out of South Florida Toilets by Chris Perkins. You can't make this stuff up. This problem is oh so Florida. Where else would you find iguanas popping up in toilets? The invasive reptiles have plagued homeowners for years and have been appearing in toilet bowls across Hollywood, Florida. And here we go. We have a photo of one of these toilet iguanas here. It is a Mexican spiny-tailed iguana. Oh man, I'm sorry. I know that had nothing to do with cruises, but I could not sit on that story another minute. So I'm curious, how many in the Midships family have ever cruised to MSC's Ocean Key Marine Reserve? If you've ever been there, I'd love to hear about it down below in the comments section. I try to read and respond to as many as I can the first day or so that a video is posted. From cruiseradio.net by Sarah Bretz, MSC Cruises partners with 2 universities to support the Ocean Key Coral Program. The MSC Foundation, established by MSC Group, has signed agreements with 2 Florida-based universities and is finalizing the terms of a graduate internship program that will support MSC's Super Coral Program research and development project activities. The program will use a blended approach of both virtual and on-site studies at Ocean Key in the Bahamas. This marks the kickoff of the implementation phase of the MSC Foundation created program, as it responds to the emergency of coral reefs approaching extinction. The program aims to research, develop, test, and refine methods to reverse the decline of the coral reefs in the 64 square mile marine reserve around Ocean Key, while pioneering the rebuilding of damaged coral reefs with species that are more resilient to environmental threats. And so while I was out at MSC Ocean Key Marine Reserve about 2 weeks ago, I got a chance to learn a little bit more about the Coral Reef program while I was on the Lighthouse Climb tour, and MSC is doing some fantastic work out at their private island. If you've never been there, it is totally worth the cost of admission for your entire cruise just to spend the night out at Ocean Key. I would highly recommend it. So what if you took a cruise with 24 of your friends and 11 of you came back with coronavirus? That'd be a pretty big downer, and I would personally have a lot of questions for the cruise line that took me on the voyage. Let's learn a little bit more about what happened down in New Orleans. From NOLA.com by Emily Woodruff. 24 friends took a Mississippi River cruise out of New Orleans. 11 got COVID. Last month, a group of 24 neighbors boarded the American Queen in New Orleans. The 6-deck Mississippi River steamboat would carry the group, most of them members of an adult living community in Delaware, all the way to Memphis, Tennessee, with around 200 other passengers. The first night, dinner was like a beautiful ballet, with impeccable service, delicious food, and flowing drinks. But by the next morning, there were fewer workers. Food was served cold, and shore excursions were rushed. A 5-stop itinerary was cut down to just 3. But the worst part was yet to come. Shortly after getting back home to Delaware, 11 of the 24 friends who went on board the ship tested positive for COVID-19. 2 were admitted to the hospital and 1 is currently in the ICU. The cruise operator, American Queen Voyages, required all passengers to be vaccinated and provide a negative test result prior to leaving the port, but somehow the virus still made its way on board. Some health experts say vaccinations and a single test before boarding are not enough to keep ships from being sites of future coronavirus outbreaks. An epidemiologist from Tulane University calls cruise ships a big floating incubator. If anything is going to go wrong, it's going to go wrong on a cruise ship, she said. It's all basically indoor space, and you're on top of each other quite literally the entire time you're on the ship. Well, apparently Susan Hassing, epidemiologist for Tulane University, has never taken a cruise, because I can't remember the last time I spent the entire day inside while aboard a cruise ship. Oh, and one more thing. I would like to make it quite clear that this is not medical advice. Don't listen to me. I am not a doctor. In a statement from the American Queen Voyages Chief Operating Officer, Sean Beards, The company said it requires all passengers and crew on their ships to be fully vaccinated and also requires a negative PCR test before boarding. Sean says these protocols have been reviewed and approved by the CDC to meet or exceed cruise industry standards and provide meaningful measures to help ensure a safe travel experience. The company's protocols align with CDC guidance, but the Tulane University epidemiologist Hassing said that cruise ships still could provide opportunities for a highly infectious virus to sneak past. That can be especially dangerous considering many cruise passengers could fall into high-risk age groups. I am not down with this lady. Yo. The epidemiologist recommends a better system would be to test crew and passengers every other day. In addition to the 11 confirmed cases of COVID for passengers on board the ship, the company also announced that 4 crew members had tested positive and were taken off the ship. And it only takes a quick look at the CDC's cruise ship color status website to see that the American Queen is now on a yellow status, which means it's been investigated by the CDC and remains under observation. So I think we as a cruise family do need to face the facts that there are indeed risks to everything, including our beloved cruising, as it relates to contracting this virus. But with that said, it sounds like the American Queen Steamboat Company did follow CDC protocols and still managed to have some breakthrough cases on board. Now, 11 cases in a cruise ship full of 2,000 or 3,000 people is a very low percentage, but 11 cases in a cruise ship that only carries 200 people, that's a whole different ballgame. So we'll continue to monitor and bring you any news or updates from this story for the American Queen Steamboat Company. If you'd like to read this article or any of the articles we referenced in today's Midships episode, there are links in the description below. All right, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. We are going to announce this week's Cruise Swag giveaway winner. It's officially just a few minutes after noon Eastern on October the 15th. I think it's the 15th. Yeah, it's the 15th. I'm still on time here. So let's do what we always do. We're going to hop into my YouTube studio account and we're going to be in here. We'll copy out the video link here. It is officially copied and we use this pickawinner.co. I will paste the link in and let's go ahead and do anything goes. Let's see how many entrants we have this week. Wow, almost 300 entrants in this week's Cruise Swag giveaway. And we're going to pick a winner. Wow, congratulations, Kimberly Sullivan. Your favorite cruise line is Royal Caribbean. So Kimberly, congratulations, you are this week's Cruise Swag giveaway winner. If you didn't win this week's contest, don't feel too bad because another one is right around the corner. Make sure you get subscribed to the channel so you don't miss your chance. If you made it this far into the video, why haven't you subscribed to our channel yet? We have over 5,000 people in our always growing community. People just like you who absolutely love cruising. So thanks so much for stopping by today, and until tomorrow, which is embarkation day for my Carnival cruise. Heck yes, we'll see ya on the Midships.